Hey guys, how you doing? It's Jake here, and it's about time I get onto that partial grain. So here I go. I'm gonna get ready to gear up and get her on the way. Got my water boiling in the pot right now. I'm gonna bring it up to temperature, get my grains ready. See you in a minute. All right, I got all my extract here, hops, my green bag here, my yeast. That over there for now. Grains. My first time doing a partial grain. Should be lots of fun. Just do the old flipperoo. Just like that. Shit, I need to get a beer. Well, the thermometer says about 150, 150, 160 Fahrenheit, so I think that'll probably do. Alrighty, how's that look? Nice. Let's check that temperature again. We'll get the grain steeping, then I'll start the cast. I need to pour up the beer here. I need to pour up a beer. Not necessarily a home brew, but a beer. Any beer will do. How does that look? This thermometer won't quite reach the won't quite reach my water level in here. I only put 1 gallon of water in this bucket. I got my stove right down on 3. Holy smokes! Oh, this should be all right. Yeah, so I guess it says 20 minutes. The ideal steeping temperature is 155 degrees. But 160 won't hurt today. 160 Fahrenheit. Alright. So I added in my 3 jugs of extract. The grains are steeped. It says 20 minutes in the directions. And I'm just waiting for the boil to come up. Just waiting for the boil to come up. And then I can add those first hops. Alright. Sounds good. Alright everyone, so I've added my boiling hops, and they're going to boil for 30 minutes. And at 8 minutes we're going to add the flavoring hops. And then at 1 minute I'm going to add the finishing hops. Okay. Hey, you know what the strange thing is? Real funny coincidence. This is crazy. When I was in the brew store picking up this West Coast partial grain kit, I was talking to the manager of the brew store, and I was talking to him about a kit called the 1820 IPA, and he said it's kind of more like an English style bitter, and he said it has English hops, I think he said, and it has English yeast, or at least English hops anyways. So I said, well, I'm not entirely sure I would like that one. So I said, well, what I think I'll do is I'll talk to a friend of mine here, you know, local brew fella here that brews himself, and maybe him and I'll go splits on the 1820 kit. Now this was on a Wednesday that I was in there, and just as it so should happen, I was talking to him about 2 days later, and it turns out that without even me knowing anything about it, he went and bought the 1820 kit, IPA kit. And I had no idea he was going to. Isn't that a friggin' coincidence that I was talking about maybe going splits on it with him and he went out and bought it? That's just weird, isn't it? Crazy. It's crazy. It's outrageous. I'm telling you, right? Yeah, anyways. Alright, on to the brew. Alright, so here goes the second edition. It's the flavoring hops. I'm going to add them in right now. It's the old Cascade pellets. And it's into the boil. And let her go. Let her rip. Okay, awesome. Carry on. Alrighty, look at that. We're getting ready to add the last hop addition here of these Cascade pellet hops. And we've got 15, 14, 13, 12 seconds to go. 1 minute left to the boil. It's good enough to add them now. Let's throw them in. There we go. Whee! See you guys. Hope you enjoyed in there. Gonna be cozy now. I'll tell you right now. I'll jump in that jacuzzi. Alright. Be back in a minute. Alright guys, so I think what I'm going to do is stuff a rag in the sink there so I can get a kind of a slow flow of cold water as she slowly drains through, and I can adjust it as I go. And cool the pot down now. She's all ready. She's all done. And it's time to cool her down. Get it ready for throwing her in the fermenter. Good enough. Alright, everybody. Got my carboy all cleaned and sanitized. Got my big funnel in it. And I got some sanitized towels that I have in here that I'm going to strain them out with. Got the wort chilled down to around 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's not bad. Once I add my room temperature spring water, it'll set it right around the perfect temperature for pitching yeast, I suppose. Probably around the 75 to 80 degree area. Alright, let's get this into the carboy and we'll top her up. Okay guys, so there you go. This is another brew underway. She's on her way. As it turns out, I couldn't strain my my hops out simply because this, you know, maybe with the extra extract that I had put into this brew made it a little thicker, so it just didn't want to strain. So I ended up just pretty much just pouring it in, and so there's plenty of hop. I got some hop pieces out, but most, you know, probably about half of the hops, or a little more, 3/4 of it went into the fermenter. So, oh well, I'll strain her on the flip side as I mentioned, I'm going to pitch the yeast now. So here we go. Time to pitch the yeast and get her on the go. This has been the partial grain of the West Coast IPA. Here I go, and empty the yeast into her. Just like that. Well, alright. So the yeast is in. Alright. It's kind of sitting on a thin layer of foam, but that's alright. It'll work its way down through in the next hour or two, and then start partying, you know? Yeah. Alright, you guys have a good time in there. And I'll tell you right now, you're not going to finish up. I want some good quality out here. I expect some good quality out of this beer. And if not, you guys, all you damn yeast cells, have me to answer to. Okay, good enough. Yeah, alright then. I want to thank you guys for hanging around. And keep your damn mugs full, will you? Cheers. See you later. And in case you're wondering how well the West Coast IPA is doing, this is what it looks like about 24 hours later. Just have a look there, see? Going quite nice. Airlock is flying along. And there you should be. Rip roaring along. And it smells. You smell the airlock. It smells just like the pretty much like the fresh package of the Cascade pellet hops. It smells nice. Alright. Okay, thanks a lot. Thanks for watching. Keep your mugs full.